Do you think your height is just a number? What if I told you that these numbers determine how quickly or slowly you age, how many more years your joints will function without problems, and how people treat you when you walk into a room? Would you believe me? Let's take a scientific look at this. Psychological researchers and their studies, along with decades of sociological research, have revealed that each height range has its own unique dynamics. For example, if you're 5 feet 2 inches or shorter, do people cut you off during meetings? Or if you're 6 feet 5 inches and back pain just won't leave you alone? Neither of these is a random occurrence. Today, I'll explain the unspoken rules based on your height, rules no one has ever told you, and the hidden dynamics of each height group. If you're ready, let's begin. 5 feet 2 inches and under. If your height is 5 feet 2 inches or shorter, you're likely experiencing what psychologists call the diminishment effect. So what is this underestimation effect? When someone taller than you looks at you, their brain sends a no threat detected signal and their defenses drop. They might even tell you things they keep hidden from everyone else. They share their secrets and the things they do in private. At the same time, while they compete with each other as rivals, they don't see you as a rival. On the contrary, they see you as a treasure trove of secrets. But if you can recognize this, you've gained a strategic advantage. Clinical studies have revealed that shorter people actually have significant advantages. Think of your body as a small engine. Since your compact body structure requires less fuel, that is, fewer calories, to operate, your heart benefits the most from this. It doesn't have to exert extra effort against gravity to deliver oxygen to your toes. Since everything is closer together, your cells don't have to strain to regenerate themselves. Another advantage is the body's mechanical balance. For example, your joints won't ache when lifting something heavy. My advice to you, take control of the verbal space, where you are, and strive to be the most dominant person there. Try to maintain control by using short, powerful sentences. Don't avoid eye contact. Instead, maintain it. When you speak calmly and clearly, your physical presence and mental clarity begin to surprise people. This approach shatters initial underestimation and earns you people's respect. Between 5 feet 3 inches and 5 feet 6 inches, behavioral scientists refer to this as the negotiation zone. At this height, you don't benefit from the advantages of being shorter than others, nor do you benefit from the advantages of being taller than others. Clinical psychology suggests that people in this height range possess a unique social flexibility. In other words, because you appear approachable and reliable, you neither exert pressure nor act aloof. These are key strengths of leadership, since you've built your authority on pure competence and intelligence. While taller individuals may achieve their goals through their physical stature, you've truly mastered the art of devising strategies, managing chaos, and analyzing the environment. Research on leadership success has shown that people of this height tend to remain in their positions longer than their taller colleagues. Biologically speaking, there's arguably no better body structure for movement than yours. The combination of your limbs and a body that works efficiently without wasting energy is the ideal length for generating power instantly. Since your risk of joint pain is low, supported by orthopedic research, you're less likely to face issues like spinal compression or knee cartilage wear. My advice to you, the moment you can manage your self-perception, you start winning. Keep your tone steady, hold your shoulders straight, and most importantly, be consistent. Then sit back and watch the change. 7 inches to 5 feet 10 inches range. People in this height range generally live at the reference point of what we call the modern world. You aren't treated as harmless like shorter people, nor are you perceived as a threat like taller people. You're right in the middle. You're the standard. According to anthropological studies, kitchen countertops, the distance between your legs and the gas and brake pedals in a car, table heights, and countless other measurements are designed with your height in mind. This physical standardization also reflects in the psychological realm. Research conducted in workplaces suggests that people in this height range are generally evaluated based on actual results rather than their physical build. Your build gives you this advantage. You can choose to be an empathetic, authentic person, or you can open your shoulders and adjust your tone to be authoritative. It's entirely up to you. Switching between these roles is your choice. From a health perspective, your limbs are long enough to take a firm step, but not so long as to put undue pressure on your joints. Your heart and lungs are of standard size. My advice to you, the key here is not to blend into the background. Since your height won't draw much attention, it should be your actions, not your body, that speak. Make quick decisions so you can be confident. Let your actions, not your height, shape the environment you're in. If your personality is below average, average height is boring. Between 5 feet 11 inches and 6 feet 2 inches. When we get to this height range, people's expectations of you start to rise. When you start speaking, people naturally pause and listen to you. This is no coincidence. In psychology, this is called the halo effect. The human brain automatically associates this height with health, ability, and leadership potential. The moment you walk through the door, people want to trust you. In moments of chaos, they expect you to take action. When they feel the need for a leader, they look to you. However, this advantage comes with a hidden cost. People always expect more from you. In short, if you fail to maintain your natural authority, if you approach them with indecision, anxiety, and confusion that fuel chaos, the social consequences will be far harsher for you than for someone shorter. This is called cognitive dissonance. The basic logic is this: the brains of people around you cannot bridge the gap between your tall, confident appearance and your moments of indecision and anxiety. As a result, you lose respect quickly. From a biological perspective, the body is a machine that requires a great deal of maintenance. A larger frame means longer strides and occupying more physical space. Your heart has to work quite hard against gravity to pump blood. You need to consume more calories daily. Because you have a lot of muscle mass and bone density, you have to keep your body healthy. My advice to you, align what's going on inside you with your physical build. You're already drawing attention the moment you walk into a room. All you need to do is stay calm and composed. Be able to manage chaos and complexity when they arise. When people look at you, they should find your thoughts justified. 6 feet 3 inches to 6 feet 5 inches range. Now things take a different turn here. If you fall within this height range, you're not just physically taking up space. There's also an energy shift wherever you go. People's nervous systems react instantly when you enter a space at this height. Those looking at you automatically calculate the cost of a confrontation. Conscious individuals, however, realize that confronting you is a high-risk move and behave cautiously around you. They're more inclined toward polite negotiations and cause fewer problems. This dominance can be an advantage for you, but it also has a side effect: losing your approachability. People your height can be perceived as intimidating by others. Even when you maintain a neutral facial expression, they might label you as irritable or judgmental. From a biological perspective, people of the same height as you experience the same thing you do. Your body is constantly under pressure. Your heart works extra hard to pump blood to your legs and draw it back. Cartilage wear and tear is one of the most significant issues for you. Training, running, and mobility exercises are factors that will help you walk comfortably, even in your 60s and 70s. My advice to you, don't forget the important human gestures we call the psychology of warmth. Smiling throughout the day, using open body language, and speaking in a calm and gentle tone. You don't need to appear strong because your body is already doing that. Set this as your daily goal. Let people feel comfortable and safe in your presence. 6 feet 6 inches and taller. Let's talk about this height range. If you're this tall or taller, you're one of a very rare few. Since the human brain is wired to focus on rare things, people of this height are the first to catch everyone's attention. You'll never fade into the background, no matter where you are, because your height is so out of the ordinary. People might make up stories about you. For example, they might say you're a professional athlete, or a giant but a very innocent person. I realize that being constantly watched can be exhausting, but since this is unique to you, you need to make the most of it. You have a higher potential to influence people. Using this, it might be easier for you to bring out your authoritative side. From a biological perspective, your body is like a heavy-duty machine. The strain on your joints is extreme. While a hunched posture might not cause much harm to shorter people, the damage it leaves on you will be significant. Moreover, the design of the modern world seems tailored to inconvenience you. Door frames, bus seat spacing, and countless other such places could be a disadvantage for you. My advice this to you. From a physical standpoint, you must be a conscious individual, because a mistake you make right now could cost you the next 10 to 15 years of your life. Take care of yourself, protect your health, and try to turn disadvantages into advantages. If you become a strategist, it will be easier for you to be authoritative. Conclusion. Every height category has its own set of plans and rules. If we focus on living our lives with these in mind, you'll notice improvements in your later years and in your professional life. There's no such thing as a perfect body size. What matters is how well you manage your body. Every height range has its own unique advantages and disadvantages. Living with these in mind would be wonderful for all of us. So, were you already aware of this information and research? Are you considering putting these into practice by setting aside your old habits? Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. I read every single one. You can support us by liking our video and sharing it with your friends. Take care of yourselves until our next video. Stay healthy.